world was crashing. Oh, oh, I thought my dream was ending. Oh, oh, I thought my life was over. Oh, oh, I could not take anymore. But I believe I live to see another day. Oh, I believe I live to see another day. Oh, I believe I live to see another day. Oh, I believe I live to see another day.
Oh, and you know what? We didn't believe we would live to see another day. Rose, you know that?
Yeah.
Good evening. I'm Jeff Koinange, and this is Jeff Koinange live at the Villa Rosa Kempinski. The voice you just heard and the pictures you just saw. 5 years ago, almost to the date, she was 9 years old, diagnosed with cancer, a form of cancer known as Hodgkin's lymphoma. Like I said, she was 9 years old then. But the heart she had and the passion and the will to live made her what she is today. 3 years later, she has been freed of the cancer completely. Miracle, maybe. Tenacity, probably. Fighting spirit, definitely. Rose Nasimiyu, the little princess, is 14 years old, and yes, she did have the opportunity to go to the UK to get her treatment, and yes, she's cancer free. What a story. And I know there are thousands, yes, thousands of Kenyans out there suffering from various kinds of cancers, and children on top of that, suffering from everything from Hodgkin's lymphoma to all types of cancers. We're going to talk about that, try and inspire you, because there is life after cancer. Just ask Rose Nasimiyu, there is life after cancer. You're going to meet her mom later on and her siblings. They are back in Kenya for the very first time in more than 4 years. Unbelievable. Great story. When I first met her, I didn't think she could string 2 sentences together. She stole my heart. She still does. What a beauty. You can start tweeting at Nasimiyu Rose, at Koinange Jeff. The hashtag we're using tonight, we're using 2 hashtags. There's one just simply Rose Nasimiyu. That's one of the hashtags, Rose Nasimiyu. And another one, Cancer Free Kids. If you can fit those 2 hashtags in there, start tweeting, and let's get this conversation going, because many of you, thousands throughout the years, have been asking, where is Rose Nasimiyu? Rose Nasimiyu, your first interview since you came back?
Yes.
First real sit-down interview?
Yes. I am so excited to be here. I'm just really honored to see you again. You know, it's been such a long time.
I don't understand what you're saying. What kind of English is that? I'm sorry, I'm kidding. My goodness, look at you. You're like a little, Brit.
Really?
You look at you, you're a little lady.
Oh, thank you so much. Obviously I took my genes from my mom.
She's going to be joining us later, right?
Yes.
So, look, there's so much to talk about. So let's start from the beginning. So you come on my show 5 years ago. And you had just been diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, which a lot of us didn't even know what that is. Explain to us, first of all, what Hodgkin's is, and then we'll go on.
Hodgkin's lymphoma affects your lymph nodes and your tissues, and it's one of the more treatable cancers.
Yeah.
There's non-Hodgkin's, which is a bit harder to treat. But I could say I was lucky, which is not really.
Because they detected it early.
They detected it early, yeah, definitely.
And then it was treatable. But then, remember, in the beginning, you used to go to Kenyatta National Hospital for treatment. I used to go to, I went there to visit some kids. Okay.
But it was really tough for me, the medicine was really intense. Yeah. It was really, really hard. But there's some people I really would like to thank.
Go on.
I'd like to thank Mrs. Dorothy Nyong'o. Oh. Without her, I wouldn't have even met you in the first place.
Really?
Yeah, she's an amazing inspiration.
I'm sorry, you didn't know who I was?
No, I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have come to see to the bench.
Is that Zawi's mother? Is that Okay, go on.
And then I'd like to thank you, obviously,
For what?
for the opportunity you gave me.
No. Carry on. Thank all the people.
I'd like to thank Bob Collymore. He's an amazing person, and he's such a good friend.
Bob?
Yeah.
The bald guy?
Yeah. He's such an amazing person, and he's so hardworking, and he's just an inspiration. I'd like to thank AAR. The work they do is so good. The people they help out there, they make such a difference.
Yeah. Let me stop you right there. My director's saying people want to see what you really look like, and you're blocking one of your eyes. So let's just do one of these. I'm just, I'm just saying. We want to see we want to see you.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'd like to thank my friends. They already know who they are. For being there with me, especially when I was ill, and always being so supportive.
Well, you sang that song earlier on. You sang that song. Did you think at one point, Rose, that you were going to die? Did it occur to you?
Oh, definitely. But my mom, she was just always there for me. And when I used to ask her, is everything going to be okay? She always used to smile and tell me, you will be fine. And I know that if my mom is worried, then there's something to worry about. But she never looked worried.
If you didn't go to the UK, if you didn't have that opportunity, would you be alive today?
Unfortunately, I would have not been alive because what they were doing is they don't have the facilities to check whether the medication was working. They were giving me the proper medication, but my doctor said the medication they were using was used quite a long time ago, so it wasn't working properly.
Yeah, it was
they had
probably
to change
expired.
They had to change up the medicine. They had made the right diagnosis and they were giving me the right treatment, but the medicine they were using, I was completely unresponsive. My cancer was spreading really fast, and that's one of the things they need to tackle. It's getting the facilities there, because we've got the doctors. All we need is the facilities, because there's so many lives that we could prevent.
And thousands of kids suffer from various cancers. There's one kid in India right now called Merlin.
Yeah.
15 years old.
15 years old.
Suffering from?
She's suffering from, is it?
I'm going. You can tell me. What is it? What? Neuroblastoma.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is, but okay.
Yeah.
And she's in India.
Yeah.
She requires a lot of help, if you will.
Yeah.
Otherwise she's going to die.
She needs a bone marrow transplant. I had mine. It was autologic a transplant, which means I was my own donor because my bone marrow wasn't affected. But obviously with Merlin, her bone marrow has already been affected. So her brother's at 100% donor, but she needs 8.3 million shillings to go through with it. And it's tough because Kenya, we don't have the facilities to have a bone marrow transplant, and that's really, really hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need something here because not everyone can afford to be going out to different countries just to get bone marrow transplant. It's such an expensive procedure.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to the UK, you're being treated, but your mom was saying earlier on, you used to faint a lot, and you still, you suffered bouts of fainting.
Oh yeah, I used to pass out. We don't know what was going on. We never actually found out what was going on. It just completely, cleared off by itself, mostly from prayers and support from my family. But it was.
When's the last time you passed out?
Oh, last year in December.
So you still have something in you. There's still something in there.
Yeah, there might be, but at the moment I'm all clear. I've not fallen ill at all for the last 6 months, and I really thank God for that, because we pray every day. My family's always there for me. My little siblings, my stepdad, obviously, he's really supportive.
Yeah.
He's always helping out when he can, and I really love him, and I also love my mom.
Yeah. You love your. You've always loved your mom, haven't you?
Obviously, yeah. Huh? She's my rock. Yeah.
She's your rock.
Yeah.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be an oncologist, so someone who deals with cancer, because obviously from experience, I know how tough it is, and there's nothing better than knowing that the person who's treating you has been there, you know what I mean? So they know what's going on, and that I'm hoping even when I have my future patients, that can also be a comfort.
Yeah. How is school?
Oh, school is really great. I'm loving all my subjects. Physics,
Little tough.
little tough.
Yeah, yeah. It
Physics.
happened with us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chemistry,
You're acing it.
favorite
Come
chemistry.
on. Biology.
Biology, I love biology.
Yeah.
But the anatomy is just really interesting,
Really?
you know. Yeah.
I used to love PE.
Oh, I love PE, obviously.
all right,
Netball and badminton.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You play?
I play.
Are you any good?
Yeah, mostly. I don't know.
Yeah.
A little bit. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Mum was amazing at netball
Yeah.
when she was younger.
I can't get over that accent, you know. I can't understand half the things you're saying, but I'm just nodding and I'm just saying, I saw I do, yeah, in the layer too.
Ningetongelesha Kiswahili lakini.
But you know, you've turned out to be such a beautiful little lady, you know.
Thank you so
Honestly.
much. Yeah. I
Who would
mean,
have thought? I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was obviously, you know, due to the medication I used to get, it really affected my skin and stuff.
Yeah.
And but it's all about, like, you know, getting better process, and it's about you believing that you're gonna get better, and it's the effort that you put in. Because even though, like I said before, even though your medicine can take you so far, you have to believe that you're gonna get better. Because if you don't believe, then what's the point? There is no point.
And you know, that's the exact point, Rose, because a lot of people, they lose hope immediately.
Yeah.
You declared, you know, you have cancer, and it's downhill from there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of kids, I want you to look at that camera over there before we go to break. There are a lot of kids who have been asking, requesting, begging, Rose, talk to us.
Yeah.
Tell us something. Talk to them, Rose.
I mean, all I can say to you is I know you're going through a really, really hard time, and as you can see, I'm living proof that you can get better, you know. It's a really hard process, and I understand that, but you need to believe and you need to pray to God, because that's one of the best medicines you can have is faith. I mean, the chemotherapy obviously can also help, but faith is literally the best medicine, and you just need to try, stick together with your family, and everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine. What English is that?
Yeah.
You sound so good, you know that?
Thank you.
I mean, half the people didn't understand what you said, but it sounded good.
People keep telling me I've got an American accent. But
Really?
yeah, I know.
In England?
Yeah.
That's what they tell you?
Yeah, I've got an American accent.
Really?
Yeah.
What would they say of Okedi, my cameraman?
I don't know. And then they say, but then when I come here, they say I've got British accent. So
Yes.
I don't know where I am.
Very confusing,
Yeah.
But it's good though.
Yeah.
But okay, look, life in London hasn't been that rosy. Let's face it, rosy. Pardon the pun. It hasn't been that rosy, right?
No. Obviously, when I first, because I live in Babington, and around where I live, there's not many black kids. I was the only black kid when I first joined that school, and it was really hard because I couldn't make any friends.
Yeah.
Because, you know, obviously the kids, you can't blame them, and you know, some people thought it was infectious, and you know, and obviously being the only black girl with no hair, and you know, and it's really, really tough. But you know, my mom went to talk to the school. They liaised with the school, and you know, I finally made a friend, and her name's Jessica. She is the most loyal person you could ever meet.
Does
She's
she know about
absolutely
your illness?
amazing. Oh, she knew about my illness. Yeah. She was there through the whole thing until I got better. Yeah.
And let's not forget, your mom was working like 2-3 jobs. I mean, she was.
She was absolutely inspirational. No matter what, she was always smiling.
Yeah.
And even though she had, Erin had just been born, my little sister.
Yes.
And you know,
We're gonna meet her later.
Yeah, I'd just gone in for my bone marrow transplant, and you know, I was in there for 6 weeks in isolation, and Erin was obviously a hospital baby because you know, she was there for quite a while.
Yeah.
And you know, having a sick child and a newborn baby, it's really, really hard. You know what I mean? And you know, she's having to change me all the time because obviously I don't want all the people to see me, the nurses to see me like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was, you know, she was just so supportive, and she was just really strong. She's such a strong woman.
And the other thing about you, before we go to break, the other thing about you is you never wanted people to feel sorry about you, right?
No.
You don't want them to look at you with pity.
No.
And the same thing with kids out there with cancer.
Yeah. What you need to do is you don't let people look at you with pity. Let them look at you with pride and inspiration and see that you can do this. You know what I mean? Because if you've got cancer, you're already a really strong person and you're really brave, because you wouldn't be alive now. You know what I mean? And that's what you need. You just need to keep believing and keep on now, because you're gonna make it.
Absolutely. Great. You have such an incredible spirit. Did I ever tell you that the first time I met you, I did not want to interview you initially? Did your mom tell you?
Yeah, she did tell me that. Yeah.
You know, what am I going to talk about with a 9-year-old?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. You know.
But you killed the show. You know that.
Thank you so much.
Killed the show.
Oh, thank you.
You killed me.
Oh, well, you're still alive.
Well, barely. Barely.
But you know, it's mostly people underestimate. You know what I mean?
You.
Yeah.
I underestimated you.
Yeah.
I admit it.
I think my friends also underestimate me a bit, because
Really?
I'm a bit, you know, I don't talk about myself that much. I don't talk about my experience with Kenya that much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm very quiet. I don't want too much attention being drawn. So I don't talk to my friends about, like,
I'll tell you what, you have a great spirit, and we're gonna take a break, come back, talk a little bit more. I think we're gonna invite your mom right now. But you were talking about Dorothy Young earlier on with Africa Cancer Foundation, right?
Yeah,
It's celebrating 5 years.
Celebrating
on July
5
the 12th,
years.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly 5 years.
Yeah. Exactly 5 years. They help so many people, you know what I mean?
Incredible.
And all they need is Kenyans to rally up, because when I was ill, you know what I mean, all the Kenyans rallied up behind me, and that's all they need right now, all the money to help all those kids, because you'd be surprised how many people text and call in asking for help, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, people are too busy stealing, okay, to help you. I'm sorry, okay?
No, now it's really petty what's going on, you know, with the politicians and stuff, you know.
Let's talk about that after the break. How's that?
Yeah.
Because you must read about what's going on over here. You must have an opinion.
Yeah.
A 14-year-old opinion.
Yeah, I'm a Kenyan, so obviously I'm going to have an opinion.
Okay. All right. Dorothy Young, right?
Yeah.
Zawi's mother, right?
Yeah.
and Lupita somewhere out there, but you know, Zawi's the main.
She's so inspirational. I watched her movies. They're really good.
I tell you, I love this show on Thursdays. You gotta love it. You gotta love. Is it different from the other show? Yeah, we've got makeup. Sonia's at makeup.
I know.
We've got a crew of like 15 million people. There we used to have 2 guys, right?
I know.
Myself
I remember.
And the cameraman, Eric or Jeff. Remember?
I remember that.
Look at it. I mean, we have like a village here.
Well, it's just, you know, it just shows that anything can develop once, you know, you give it a chance. Anything can flourish. And
okay, I don't need your comment on that.
Yeah.
Right? I know. What is this? You're an expert now on my show? Jesus. Keep tweeting at Nasimiyu, Rose, and Koinange Jeff. The hashtag, 2 of them, Rose Nasimiyu and Cancer Free Kids. Where's that t-shirt? Throw me that t-shirt over there. Yeah, let me show that to the audience as we go to break. Thank you, Brayo. Instagram, Nashkuru. Here we go. It's Team M2. Brayo, zoom into that, because one of these kids, a kid called Mikel, died 3 months ago from cancer because he couldn't get the aid he needed. The other one is the one that Rose was talking about, Merlin. Yeah, Merlin, who's in India, 15 years old, needs your help. And on the back of this, hashtag Cancer Free Kids. I tell you folks, if you believe, you can achieve. Look at this bundle of joy here. Living proof, walking, talking, living proof that you can beat cancer. Jeff Koinange live at the Villa Rosa Kempinski is going to take a break. Come back. We're going to talk to Rosie's mother. All her siblings are here. All those little English kids are here. You're going to see them shortly. Let's take a break. We'll be back in a moment.